Whew, what's going on, y'all? Good morning. Well, I don't know. I have no concept of times the afternoon. I don't know. Hey, it's Camille Prosperity out of Pooler, Georgia. And I thought I would just talk to you guys while I pack up an order for someone. Hey, Preston, what's going on, my brother? Doing big things, big things. But I had someone who reached out to me about Derek Harper's free academy. Y'all, if you're not in there, you should be in there. It's not too often. Like, in a day and age where so many people are money hungry or they only talk about money, it's really rare to have a millionaire stop all of his paid mentorships and give away the information for free because he feels like that's how he can best benefit the community. And everyone who's gotten in so far is excited, they're happy, and they're like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And it makes me happy to be a conduit to that. But anyway, someone who reached out to me about that community actually placed an order. They got some goodies. And so I'm packaging them, and I wanted to talk to y'all really quickly. On Facebook, I titled this, I think something like, your kids don't care about money. And so I want to talk to y'all about a hard lesson I learned, okay? So I'm a part of a company called TLC. There's a lot of different people in this company. There are some regular folks like me, right? No Versace robe, TJ Maxx robe, maybe $14, $15. I love this robe. I drive a 2016 Honda Accord. I love my 2016 Honda Accord. Now, I've ridden in Rolls Royces, Bentleys. I've seen those cars. They're nice cars. It's not to say that I don't aspire to those things, but when I got into TLC, all I wanted to do was not go to the job that I hated at the college, the Cab Technical College. Yeah, I said their name. Turned into Georgia Piedmont College. Went from a job that I loved to a job that I hated. Overnight. When the president changed. Anywho, I hated that job. And I was making like $2,600 a month there. And I was on salary. So there was nothing I could do to make more than that. Okay? Bringing home $2,600 a month when you have 6 figures in student loans, not a good, the math ain't mathing. Right? So all I wanted to do when I joined network marketing, I forgot to pack my order while I'm talking to y'all. All I wanted to do was just make enough money to not work that job. And the good news was I wasn't getting paid that much. So I was like, if I could just make $3,000 a month, I'm gravy, baby. And so got into network marketing, and I didn't make that for a long time, y'all. Surely didn't, because I had no influence, and I had to build my influence, and I had to build up myself. And so I get into network marketing, I see all these people who have all these fancy things, they have fancy cars, they eat at nice places, and then my eyes get like really, really big, right? They call it dream building. So I start dream building, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta hurry up and be a millionaire, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I lose sight of just making $3,000 a month. And so I get really into the money, okay? And 1 pound 3 ounce, 1 pound 4 ounces, we gonna say. I get really, really into the money. So when I actually started making money, started getting a little bit of money, right? Then I was like, okay, I'm going to do all these things. Like, this is awesome. I'm making money. I'm going to buy my son all this stuff. I'm going to buy my mom all this stuff. I'm going to buy my grandmother, whatever. And I started putting pressure on myself prematurely to do all of these things as it relates to money. And let me tell you something. Sales is cyclical, okay? The sales go up, then they come down. Then they go up, then they come down, right? So, I started putting on my pressure, mostly with my son, right? Because especially after the divorce, I wanted to make up, you want to make up for the other parent not being there by buying them stuff. You want to feel like, hey, we ain't missing nothing in this household. We ain't missing nothing in this house. We not going to go lacking like you trying to beat your chest to show the world that you got it. You got it all together. And so yeah, I was buying my son a lot of stuff. He liked it. Anything he said he wanted. Go on Amazon, order it, 2 days is there. Right? Sometimes one. And he liked that. However, and this was mostly like last year-ish. It was like 2020-ish with the pandemic. However, even though I was buying my son stuff and he liked it and I liked it, I like being able to do that, right? And I was buying my mom stuff and she liked it. My mom wanted me to watch Lifetime movies with her though. She wanted to talk to me. My son wanted to talk to me. There were times when I was on my phone or doing a webinar and my son would put his hand over the phone and like lower the phone down. He didn't care about none of y'all. He wanted me. And I would sometimes say to him, like, how do you think I'm buying all this stuff? Like, Kassan, you can't just do that. You can't just be rude when this is how I make our money, son. Homie didn't care about none of that. And so my mom had to really talk to me and say, Kim, you know, Kassan is not, he wants you. I don't care what you buy him. I don't care what you get for him. He wants you. And I had to stop and think about it because I didn't grow up with a lot. My mom was a single parent and she did the best that she could. And honestly, I don't felt like we needed for anything. I don't felt like we were lacking. I didn't feel, yeah, when you go to school, well, we went to private school, so we had uniforms. So everybody, you know, there was no like, oh, look at her outfit. We all had the same outfit. So we had uniforms, okay? But even in uniforms, you know, some kids got better shoes than others. Some kids got better backpacks than other backpacks, right? So even in a private school, there's still that, you know, oh, look at so-and-so. They come from a two-parent household with more money, right? But I had to stop and say to myself, okay, my mom didn't have a lot, and I still had a happy childhood. She still did the damn thing. And I cherish the moments of making cookies with my mom in the kitchen. Even I cherish the moments because back then everybody could bring their kids to work. My mom would pick me, my sister, and my brother. 3 churns she had to take care of by herself. My mom would pick all 3 of us up. And I remember Don All's pharmacy on Abercorn Road. She would take us to Don All's pharmacy. Whenever she got a break, that's when she came and got us. We went back to the pharmacy with her. We were doing our homework in the back with all the drugs, baby. Okay, drugs lined up to the ceiling. Back then, everybody could bring their kids to work, and that was fine. It was what it was. But we still had that time with our mom. And was she there all the time? No, my mom worked 2 jobs and had plenty of side hustles. But I can honestly say that she was there for us. So did she have a lot of money? No. But we had her time. I know that she cared. So I had to check myself with my son and say, okay, Kim, you don't want to buy Kassan everything in the world and him to not even know who you are, him to hate you, him to resent the very business that makes you money to support your child. Do you want him to resent that business even? Do you want to resent the business? More importantly, do you want to resent the business? And the answer was no. So this year, and my customers know, I have stopped cutting as much videos. Now that's not a good thing, but I've stopped cutting as many videos. I've stopped doing a lot of things that I used to do. Even with people on my team, you know, there are certain people on my team, they're married, they have young kids, whatever the case may be. If you're on my team and your husband walks in, I'm like, all right, girl, let's talk to you later. Take care of your man. Now talk to you. Like, that's just how I am. Like, there are some things that money cannot buy. And when relationships are tarnished, sometimes you can't get those back. And so it's like so funny because as I've been spending more time with my child, just talking to him. I don't live in a big place. I want y'all to understand this because the internet, like, I love the internet, but I hate it too. It's just like such a phony place. And so many people that y'all look to and admire, they ain't even happy. And if you follow somebody that you think has the answers. Like, people say, if you want my results, follow me. But I had a coach in my first network marketing company. He said, how you do anything is how you do everything. And he was like, if you a bad husband, then you're going to be a bad leader on your team. If you're a bad wife, then you're going to be a bad leader on your team. If you're a bad parent, then you're going to be a bad leader on your team. And I was like, wow, like how you do anything is how you do everything. That saying always stuck with me. And I was like, okay, so I've got to get better in different areas of my life. Like, I want to be a better friend. I want to be a better this, that, and the third. And even now, I'm like, I want to be a better mother. I want to learn to cook for my son. I noticed that even when I do like breakfast, he'd be so happy. Just now, I can go and buy anything from any restaurant, but he wants me in the kitchen cooking. And because it makes him happy, I want to do that for him. So, you know, I say that to say this. Like, it was I did a little experiment this year. And do y'all know, like, my son's birthday is Christmas Eve. That was my gift. But I did a little experiment, and this year, it wasn't quite on purpose. It just worked out that way. So the way the visitation plan works out, getting y'all in my court-ordered business. But his dad was supposed to have him for the first half of Christmas, which means he had him for his birthday and Christmas, and then I was supposed to have him for the last half. Like, I was supposed to get him the day after Christmas and through the New Year. Okay? So his dad had the front of Christmas, I had the back of Christmas. Now, I didn't plan for it to be this way, but I was like, okay, he's not going to even be here for Christmas. I was feeling a little down on myself. I was hosting a big old pity party for myself. And so I didn't get a treat or anything. I was like, he's not even going to be here. I'm a sit on the balcony and drink and watch Sex and the City reruns or something like that, right? That was my plan. Well, when his birthday came, I was like, man, I wish I could see my son on his birthday. Well, lo and behold, as God will work it out, I actually had to go get my son on his birthday. So I actually ended up having him for Christmas Eve and for Christmas. On the drive back, because I had to meet his father in the middle to get him from Atlanta. So on the drive back, I'm like, oh crap, I have nothing. I don't have a balloon. I don't have a cake. I have nothing. So we stopped at Publix, got some cupcakes, and he actually brought gifts from his dad's. Okay, cool. One of the gifts was like this 578-piece Star Wars thing. And so he was like, Mommy, will you put it together with me? I said, I absolutely will. Y'all, it was actually relaxing. Because at first I was like, oh my God, this is going to take forever. Like, the instruction book had like 50 pages, y'all. I was like, and then he just like ripped it open and was like, let's go, Mommy. And I was like, oh my God, why did I agree to this? But I agreed to it because it's what he wanted, right? So we put it together. It was actually very relaxing. And do you know my son still has not said anything? He was so happy for me to put that together with him. He still has not said anything to me about, where's my gift from you? Where's my birthday gift from you? Where's my Christmas gift from you? I don't even know if it's registered to him that I gave him nothing. I don't know. Now, I will say this. If my son wants something, I buy it for him right then and there. Okay? So he knows, like, getting things is not new to him. But I'll say this. These kids don't care about your money. What my son wants to do is have discussions in the dark with me. He wants me to watch Dank Skull YouTube shorts with me. He wants it's some boys that do YouTube reels. They're really, really funny. And it's like dad jokes. And I can't think of any of the jokes right now. But because I asked my son, like, too often. Like, right now we only have one TV in the house, and it's in the living room. So I have a room, he has a room, but we only go to our rooms to get dressed pretty much. Okay? We are in the living room together watching the same thing usually, right? And so I wanted to know, what do you watch, son? What do you like to watch? And Love is such a humble child. My boys are the same way. Yeah, Veronica, I mean, it's just, and they grow up so quick, right? So I'm happy that my mom set me straight when I was all money hungry and salivating for, binary text. And, is money cool? It absolutely is. Now, I think that you should, if you don't have money, I think you should fix that. I think you should fix that. Especially in this day and age when it's so simple to fix that. Okay? But if you have the money and you don't give them the time, them kids don't care about your money. They ideally they want both. And ideally you're going to want to have both. So when we sit there and we watch those short reels and it's like two boys, I got to show y'all. They are so funny. And this Kassan be cracking up. They be like, what do you call a something something? And then they be like, and they do this like crazy walk, and he will cry watching that. And it's actually very funny to me too. And we like to do that. We eat together. And just do like little things together. He turned 12 this year. So this is his last year before he's a teenager. I'm happy that he still gives me kisses in front of his friends and he still talks to me. I'm happy he has a good friend here across the way. And I encourage y'all to do this too. Like with my son's friends, it's not just about giving my son time. It's about giving anything that is important to my son. I want to give that time to. I can't lie to y'all. I don't understand parents who don't know their sons, their children favorite foods. People who don't know their child's favorite cartoons or TV shows. I don't understand parents who don't know the names of their children's friends. Are you kidding me? What? My son got a friend across the way. I got his son doesn't have his friend doesn't have a phone either. They got walkie-talkies. My son has a walkie-talkie. His friend his parents just bought him a walkie-talkie because they were like, that's a good idea that you got. I was like, yeah, because Kassan's not allowed to have a phone. That's a gateway to the world. No, baby. I'm a work from home mom. That's another reason why I wanted to be in this industry, because I wanted to be the one to pick my son up from school. I wanted to be the one to drop him off. I didn't want him to have to, no shade to parents who do this, but I didn't want him to catch the bus home from school and then me call him from my cubicle to be like, you made it in safe? Okay, lock the door. I'm going to DoorDash you some. What? I personally didn't want to do that. So there's no reason for my son to have a phone. So he has a walkie-talkie. Now his friend, the parents was like, that's a good idea. We're going to get him a walkie-talkie too. So guess what? When Kassan came back from his dad's, he and his friend, I'm hearing that all throughout the house. They talking to each other on walkie-talkies. Old school, baby. Old school. No internet on the walkie-talkie. But guess what? That friend of his, I got the friend's, I got the number to the mother. I got the number to the father. We are all on the same page. They know they can pull Kassan up if need be. I know I can pull him up, the friend up if need be. We look at this a village up in this camp. We looking out. It's about the time. It's about the time. How involved are you in your children's lives? Do they know that you really care? I want my son to know that. So I'm working at that like every day. Yes, money is great. But being around, I'm the last, I spent almost, I don't even know when I got started in network marketing. It's been a long time. So I've seen a lot of people that have a lot of money, a lot of nice things. Some of those people's lives I would not want. For all the money they have, I wouldn't want their lives because I wouldn't want their relationships. I got one son. I got one opportunity to do it right. And I'm going to do my damnedest to do it right. And so, as we all sit on, Facebook Live and Instagram Live and everybody getting proposals and renting out private jets and going to Dubai and going to Maldives and going to Fiji and going here and going there. That girl's 25-year-old, 25, turning 25 years, and they boyfriends, not even their husbands, they boyfriends dropping bags. Everybody dressed. The drip is all Celine. The drip is all, sorry Instagram, but everybody dripping in Celine. Everybody dripping in, I don't even know what, Fendi. Y'all, my closet is full of t-shirts and compression pants. Because I have a mom body. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with those things. But y'all, just don't get so caught up in those things. I'm telling y'all, because I almost did. My son don't care about none of that, and your kids don't either. Okay? So, and likewise, if you join if you're one of those people, and if you want to, somebody told me this morning, I want to join your team. I've been watching you for a while. I never know who's watching me. I'm not hungry for people to join my team. I'm honored when somebody says that. But I don't even teach my team, go out there and perpetrate like you got it going on, because real recognizes real. And everybody don't want to be a multi-millionaire. Some people just want to take the pressure off. Pastor Don, who was out of New Mexico, just made his 45th car payment using his TLC commissions. That man just want to pay his car note. There are other people who just want to pay a few bills. There are other people who just want to pay down debt. There are other people who, like myself, they don't make that much at the job anyway. So they figure, what if I can replace the income from my job? That's the majority of people. Y'all don't get it twisted looking at the minority of people. Half the people that y'all looking at on Facebook and Instagram, y'all don't know these folks. They renting stuff. They lying about what they got. I used to live in Atlanta. Atlanta is the home of the perpetrators. That's why I left Atlanta. That was one of many reasons why I left Atlanta. I hated it. Because I was like, what's going on with my people? That our self-esteem is so low, we have to go out there and get stuff that is not ours. And we have to put down other people. I've seen women post things like, if you renting, don't talk to me. Wait, what? What if he's renting with a plan? Because you can have a joke over here who got a house for $500,000 and the house about to be in foreclosure because he's trying to keep up with it. I'd rather have a man who's renting with a solid plan. Like, some of the stuff that I see online is sickening. If you got a car payment, then what? Why are we putting down people and making them feel bad because they not making six figures, they not a millionaire, if you're not getting the bag, What? So instead of you talking bad about people, instead of you making them feel stupid, instead of you making them feel low, and half the time the people that y'all talking about already got people in their family that's talking to them crazy too. Calling them stupid, calling them dumb, playing on their self-esteem. That's why they're in the predicament that they're in. It's hard to pull yourself up when someone else is beating you down. And sometimes it's the person you're sleeping with. So you got people whose parents talk crazy to them. You got people whose spouses talk crazy to them. You got people whose bosses talk crazy to them. And then they escape to the internet. You sitting there with all your riches and your glory, and you talking crazy to them? Why? For what? It's very strange, the world that we live in. But my team knows, if that's what you about, don't join me. I don't have not damn Versace robe. Not saying I wouldn't have one day. My sister got a lot of Versace robes. And you know what my sister said? She said, I got all these Versace robes and they still didn't make me happy. Bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Right? But people who have really been watching me, they know if you want to join me, let it be for the right reasons. Let it be because you want to help people. Let it be because you're going to be patient in the process and you're going to enjoy the journey. Because that's really all I'm interested in. And that's really all that lasts. And if you're building the right way and you're not, like, you can't just put your kids to the side for 6 months and be like, hey, I'm going to focus on my business for 6 months, kids. But when I come back, I'll buy you anything you want. When I come, it'll all be worth it. Your kids will look at you like you're crazy. Your husband and wife will probably look at you like you're crazy. It works for some people, but I wouldn't advise it. I just personally wouldn't advise it. So anyway, I'm going to pack up this order, drop off all my orders that help me stay at home with my son. I'm going to drop them off at the post office, and then I'm going to sleep. That's why I got into this profession too, so that I can sleep when I want to, whether the sun is up or down. I don't care. If I want to go to sleep, I can go to sleep. My son stayed up till like 5 in the morning, so he's going to be asleep for a while. And then when he gets up, we're going to do what he wants to do. Because I have that freedom. I didn't join this profession for a bunch of material things. I lost, Instagram. I didn't join this profession for a bunch of material things. But somewhere along the way, I lost my way. And that did become my focus. But now I'm refocused. And I'm back to what is important to me. And it's time. It's time. Time to myself. Time with my son. Time with the people who matter the most to me. So, I'll talk to y'all later.